Morning, guys. Okay, it is 1st of January 2025. I'm excited. Can you see the smile on my face? New year, fresh start. I love it. There's something about a new year and a new start that I absolutely love. And it's not that whole, oh, new year, new me. I'm going to set all these goals and in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to forget about them all. It's not so much for that for me. It's just that it's like the end of an era for one, and you can reflect on it. You can look at the good things that you did. You can look at the bad things that you did. You can look at the lessons that you've learned. You can look at the things that you've achieved. You can celebrate all the things. When you start to reflect, you start to think about all the things that you did good, and you can celebrate those, or the milestones that you hit during that time. And you also reflect back on the things that you did wrong, the lessons that you learned, what goals you didn't achieve. And I just love the thought of going into the new year as like a fresh start, and it just feels like a clean slate ready to go. And I'm excited. Okay, 1st of January, I have decided today is the day to turn my store back on. So if you didn't see my last video, I turned my eBay store off on the 21st of November, and it's been off for the whole of December. So it's really been off like 5 weeks? Maybe a little bit more. It's been totally turned off, 0 sales. I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm going to turn the store back on this morning, and I've got no idea. This might take me 3 weeks to get back to the sales that I was doing before I turned it off. Maybe the sales will just flow on through like they were, and everything will just come back to normal within a week or two, 10 days. I don't know. I'm going to document it all here for you guys so you can see how long it takes to get a store back going after you've turned it off for a substantial amount of time. I do think that a lot of people get frightened to take time off in this business or turn their stores off. And I'm not suggesting that everyone goes and turns their store off for a long time like I did. I had to turn my store off because I burnt out, back from burnout. Story of my life, like this, burnout. Ooh, in and out, in and out. I crashed, I burnt out. The move was just, it took a toll on me. It was done. I don't recommend it. I don't suggest it. But I do think in this business, people are often very in need of a break at whatever time it is throughout the year, and people are very fearful to take that break. So a little bit later on, I'm going to talk about how I managed to be able to afford to take that break. And I just think it's something to think about for everybody's business, because I do think at some point or another, we all need a break, whether or not it's 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, or in my case, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Okay, let's turn this store back on. So when I turned my store off on 21st of November, I actually hit all my listings. I did contemplate putting my store into time away where it doesn't accept any offers, but the problem with that is it still shows all your listings into your store. If you go to your storefront, all the listings are there. People will still find those listings if they're searching. The algorithm, it'll pop them up, they click on them, and then they can't buy them. So some people just don't read very well, and I don't know what it is. You see what it is. People don't read descriptions, or they don't read it. So then they're trying to buy it. They message you, why can't I buy this item? I didn't want to be getting messages about time away or anything like that. I didn't want to do any customer service basically while I was on a break. I just wanted a clean break. So I opted not to use the time away method, and I opted to hide all the listings instead. And the way that I did that was I just basically in bulk went in and changed the available quantity in my listings all to a 0. So I've still got my 6,277 listings here in the back end, but they're all on quantity 0. So now what I need to do is I need to go in there and I need to bulk edit all of these back to a one quantity, right? So that's going to take a few goes because you can only do it in lots of like 2,000 at a time. So it'll take a few goes, get it all up here, change everything back so that there's one quantity and available for sale. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going, I'm going to end those listings again. And I'm going to then do a sell similar and refresh all the listings. Because I kind of feel like if I just go in there and change the available quantity, it's not really going to boost it up into the algorithm like a new listing. And after being closed for like 5 weeks or 5.5 weeks, these listings need a boost up in the algorithm. The thing is, I can't just, I need to change the quantity back to 1 before I do the end and sell similar. If I just was to, I can't end all these now, or they'll all delete. If they've got 0 quantity, they'll just delete. So I need to be very, very careful. Get everything back to a 1 quantity, end it, and then put it back as a sell similar. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be very careful doing it. Righto, let's do this. Okay, so everything now should be back to a 1 quantity, but I'm just going to do a little search here by available quantity and just go make sure. So there's still a few here that are saying 0, which I don't know why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are still saying 0 quantity. So I'm just going to go back in and edit those ones. They just didn't seem to click over in the bulk lot. I don't know why. They didn't change. Always got to double check things sometimes with eBay. So now that I've changed all the quantity to 1, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to end them all. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Sounds crazy. I do not recommend this, guys. This is just what I'm doing. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. Oh, I've got no clue. I don't know what the right way about going is. All I know is I want to try and refresh these up into the algorithm. I don't know if I should be doing it all in one big bulk lot like this, if I should have spread it out over the week. I don't know. I'm just going to do it all in one bulk lot and get the store going as quickly as I can. The only problem is when you end is you can only end 200 at a time. So you can edit up to 2,000 at a time, but you can't end, right? So you can only end 200 at a time. Okay, so it's 8:45. I'll let you know how long it takes me to end 6,277 listings and do a sell similar. I'll come back to you. Okay, I'm done. So it is now 9:20. So that took 35 minutes to do end them all and then do the sell similar. Now, please, if you are a new reseller, I do not recommend you do this unless you are an experienced seller and you know the pros and cons about ending and selling similar. You do lose all the previous history and data that you've got when you do an end and a sell similar on that item. So it's not an ideal solution. I don't know if this is the best solution. I'm not trying to tell everyone to go do this because I don't know. This is all an experimentation basically for me, because I've never been in this situation before, so I don't know the best way to do it. So I'm going by how I think. After my years and years of experience of selling on eBay, this is the best way that I think that I can get my store up and going. But by all means, please, I'm not recommending this. And if you are a new seller, don't just jump into ending and selling similar, because it is quite a risky thing to do. I had to be very careful there that as I'm doing the sell similar, I had 2 tabs open to make sure that as I was doing it, that it was actually transferring across and nothing was getting missed. So it can be kind of like you do have to really concentrate when you do it, because you don't want to accidentally delete like 200 listings that you think you've done a sold similar on, and maybe there's a glitch and it hasn't gone across. You have to be very careful. Anyway, I am back now. I have got 6,277 listings back in my store. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go to the custom SKU section here and toggle it. I've probably got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got a dozen items in here that don't have a SKU on them. So I might have been able to find those in the old warehouse just by looking at them. But in this warehouse, I got no clue. So those 12 items, I'm going to end those. When I do a full inventory stock take, I will no doubt find those 12 books again and just have to redo them. 2 of these are a pair of shoes I can see here. I do have a tub of shoes over there that are listed, but I don't really want the shoes listed in my store at this point. I don't want to have like only a few pairs of shoes in my store. So that's no harm. I'm going to get rid of those. And that one there, I might know where it is. Anyway, let's end those listings. I can always go back and have another look at them in a second. Now, the next thing I guess that I need to do to get some sales going is I need to put an aggressive coupon, I think, in my store to try and get the algorithm going. Like if I put an aggressive sale on my store, hopefully it brings more sales, and sales, hopefully, once you start getting sales, it brings more sales, generally. So I'm trying to do anything I can to boost the algorithm back up here. But the thing is, even though I've just put all those items into my store, they might not all be showing yet. So what have we got here? It's saying search for 6,011 items in my store. So that means the last, couple hundred of those items are still building its way through into the algorithm. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a coupon on. That might take, I don't know, half an hour or an hour to either get into the algorithm for these ones. But that's what I'm going to do. Coupon time. Okay, so I've been debating how aggressive of a coupon or a sale I run when I first open the store. Now, obviously the idea is I just want to get some traction back into this store. So I've decided to run a 40% off store-wide for today only. And then from tomorrow, the plan is I'm going to go to a 40% off store-wide sale on some selected items. So it won't be store-wide. I'm going to see how I go today. If I don't get enough sales today, I might increase the 40% store-wide for a couple of days just to try and get it going. But if it gets orders back today and it gets moving again, then I'm going to try and do the 40% off store-wide only for today. So I've got a banner that's made up here, 40% off store-wide, and fingers crossed. I guess now the thing that I have to do is sit back and wait and hope that I hear some cha-chings going soon. And as my books hit the algorithm again, I do feel nervous. I guess I feel nervous about a few things. One, have I killed my store? Like, have I just killed it? Is this going to take weeks and weeks to get going again? It does make me feel nervous. It does make me feel nervous. Two, I feel nervous that I'm going to sell something and I'm not going to be able to find it on these shelves. I 100% am nervous about that. So as soon as I see an order come in, I've got 2 days shipping and handling on. As soon as I see an order come in, I'm going to try and pick that order and just, I don't even need to ship it out, but I just want to pick it and have them going there in line. So for the next couple of weeks, as soon as I see an order, I'm going to be picking it as soon as I can. And if I can't find it, at least I've got a couple of days to search for it. Now, if I can't find an item, then to me that says that shelf needs addressing. Now, when I set the warehouse up, I left 12 brand new shelves at the end of the warehouse there. And the reason was I was thinking about opening up a second store and keeping some of the low-end fiction in a second store. I've decided that I don't want the hassle of having a second store. I'm only going to continue with the one store. So that means I've got 12 empty brand new shelves at the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the SKU system. At the moment, I've had A 1 to 5, B 1 to 5, C 1 to 5, and then I went into the double A 1 to 5, double B 1 to 5. I'm going to change it so it goes A1 to A15, and I'm going to have 15, so 3 shelves for each letter, and that way I'm not going to have to go into the double digits in this warehouse. I'll be able to keep it as A to Z, but it'll go A115, and like if I want to grow at any stage, I can end up going A16, 17, 18, 19, 20 if I needed to, if I ever expanded again. That's not the plan. I'm working out what's going to be enough for this warehouse, and that will work for me. But basically what I will do while I'm doing this inventory, I'll take one of these shelves, take everything off, take it to my computer, sit there, do a full inventory stock take, cross-reference that everything that's on that shelf is meant to be listed and it's there. If there's items that are on the shelf that aren't listed, okay, there's reasons why that happens. I need to find those items and then either rephotograph them, or if I don't want those items anymore, they need to go into the pile that's either getting redonated, Facebook Marketplace, or going to maybe use for set bundling. So the plan is for January to get as much of this stock take as possible. I'd love to be able to say I can stock take a single shelf or 2 shelves every single day and get the whole store done within January. I'm not out here every single day of the month, so I don't know if it's possible to do it, but I'm going to stock take as much as I can, as quickly as I can, because it really does make me feel nervous that I'm not going to find these items. And I'm sure the more I go along and there's items that I can't find or I have trouble finding, it's just going to make me want to stock take faster and faster and faster. A couple of days ago, I was sitting here looking at the office, which is the only other, besides the stock take, the office is the big task that I'm yet to embark on. I have to do all the painting and everything of this warehouse. And I was sitting here a couple of days ago and I was like, oh, I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to paint it. I'm not a painter. I just don't want to do it. And I thought to myself, you know, what was the lesson that I learned with this move? Hire people to help. So guess what I did? Called up the little concreter who works down the end. He just turned 21 a couple of days ago. Oscar, really, really hard worker, always looking to earn some extra money. Sent him a message. Do you want to paint like the little room in my shed? Yep, straight away. He's down here. He pulled all the shelves. I don't know if you remember, but there was all timber shelves along here. He pulled them off. He's like spack filled them or bog filled them. He got all this mold spray and he sprayed it on there with a scrubbing brush, and he scrubbed all along the edges where they had to cut that strip of mold off. So yeah, he's done a little bit here as well, all on the front. Now I've told him that it doesn't need to be flash. This is not like a bedroom in a house. This is a warehouse. I just dislike the yellow and want it freshened up with white. I'm going to have to change the lights in there as well. They're so yellow. I didn't want to paint it. So Oscar's going to come back down here later today and he's going to get stuck in there and paint this thing for me. So I'm really, really happy that I asked for help. And I'm just like, I feel really good about that. Like, I should have asked for help when I moved. I didn't ask for help. Another job, I need to just learn to outsource these tasks that I don't want to do. My time is better off spent doing the inventory and the stock take than painting that wall. So super happy, super happy. Guess what? I've had a sale. While I've been talking to you, I got my first sale. 9:31 the sale came through and this is now 9:55. I didn't hear it cha-ching. I have to put my phone on. Okay, what have we sold? We've sold some computer magazines. It's gone to a repeat buyer and they were originally $67.99. He has got them on the 40% off, $40.79. Yes, first sale. We're back, guys. We're back on the board, $40. Nice, let's go. Now I'm going to have something on my graph. Yes, I've gone from 100% down to 99.6% down. I'm going to pick this straight away though. It is on FF41591 down here. I can see magazines anyway. 1591. Yes. Yes. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, I'm so happy. We're back on the ball. Yes. First sale. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got another sale. Woo! Reader's Digest World Atlas. Oh, sales never made me feel so happy. Oh, I was being so paranoid. I've just been stressing about it so bad, how it's going to go. 2 sales. Yes, we're back in the algorithm. We're back in the algorithm. Okay, well, this is how the warehouse is looking. Probably not that much has actually changed. Oh, yes. I got these benches set up for my shipping station. This bookcase is very much annoying me. I can't wait to get that back into the office once the office is painted. These are the shelves that came out of the office that I didn't want. So I don't know, Tom might want them, I'm not sure, but they were just kind of like at a height where I was worried about bumping my head, or you can't stack things up properly if you've got those shelves running around the whole middle of that little small room. So yeah, I've emptied another cage as well, just over the last week or something, when I've just been in here quietly pottering around. I've done some more sorting of books, so got one more cage done. I've got books here that are waiting to photograph. I really need a big photo session. You can see all these books here are ready to go. Once I've cleared some space here, start moving some of these books over here, and then we'll start moving down into the next cage as well. So I've given my packing station a nice tidy up. I've got everything, you know, I've got my mini shrink wrapper here now. I've cleaned these all out and now they're really nice and easy. So I've got some satchels there, some tapes, I've got some bags. I normally have so many bags that they're kind of squished in there. So now I'll be able to use this to put extra bags. I've got some bulk sticky tape there as well. So yeah, I just kind of cleaned everything out, except there's just stuff here that I've been working on. There's my 2 items that I've sold. Woohoo. So I've set up these 3 mini whiteboards just next to the packing station, and I want to use these as some kind of tracker. So I've got the 90-day one set up here. I'm not sure when I'm going to put on the other 2 yet. If you've got any suggestions that you'd like to see me tracking over this next first quarter while I rebuild the store, let me know what you think would be a good suggestion to add there. But basically, every $1,000 that I grow on my 90-day total, I'm going to update it here. In Q4, the day that I closed my store down, my 90-day total was currently sitting at 55,000 and a few hundred. And my goal had been to hit 60,000 for the whole of Q4. I don't know if I would have quite got there, but that was the goal. So that is going to be the goal again for Q1. Ultimately, I just want to get back to at least where I was at the 55,000. Goal is probably still to get to 60,000, but you know, realistically, this store could take a few weeks to really get the algorithm back and get moving. Like I'm not expecting the sales just to go back to where they are on the first day. Like I've had 2 sales this morning in like I don't know what it is now, a couple hours, but I've had 2 sales. I don't know how long this is going to take to get back to regular sales days for me. No idea. It could take 3 weeks. Maybe it'll take longer than that. Maybe I've killed my store. I just don't know. So ultimately the goal is to get back and hit 55,000, but you know, to hit $60,000 would just be the icing on the cake. So currently my 90-day total says 28,000 and like 800 or something like that. That's where it's still sitting, because obviously I didn't take the whole 90 days off. I only took 41 days off. So my 90-day total is sitting at 28,000 something. So I'm just going to write 28K, and then as I hit 29K, 30K, I'm just going to keep updating it, and I'm just going to use it because I feel like if I just keep looking at it here, especially when I'm packing my orders and stuff, it's just more motivation. I know you see it on your app, I know you see it on your phone. I just need motivation to get this going. I am going to write goal 55K. But ultimately, I'd like more than 55K. I'm just being realistic. I don't want to set a goal that's going to be too hard to reach, because when you do that, like you can just feel like a failure. So by setting it to where I was, I should be able to get back there. I should. I should, Mel, I should. Guys, I've had another sale. That makes 3. Looks like it's a bundle on camping cookbooks, like for outdoor camping, travel, caravanning. And it looks like it's going overseas. So that is wonderful. NN10069. Let's go find it. Yes. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Woohoo! Oh, this is a heavy bundle to be going overseas. That's going to cost a lot, but that's okay. They've paid enough postage that it will cover it. There we go. Item number 3, camping chef, road trip cooking, outback cooking, keeping it simple, caravan chef. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, good news. We have got order number 4, Disney's Wonderful World of Reading books. Everything's on the top shelf today. Okay, we got it. Oh, this is making me feel so much more confident. I mean, I know I picked all the orders the other day, And I found them all, but it's just that it was such a nightmare picking. So to come in here and just find all these orders and pick them, like it's just, it's very, very, I don't know, it's just reassuring. Guys, guess what that means? I literally only just wrote this on here. 29,000. Wouldn't it be nice if they all clicked over that fast? Guys, we are up. We've got order number 5. Houston, we have a problem. I need to see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm looking at the spine basically now. This is what I'd come into the listing. Look at the spine. It's not, when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be like a paperback book, and it's not. So hopefully it's there. It wasn't what I was looking for because I can't remember listing this book. Aha! Yay. Okay. It's all good. There's no problem. Lingerie designs on the stand. This one has been listed since 2022. It was originally $34, sold for $20.40. Out the door, yes. Right, so I've just pulled all of these books off one of the top shelves here, and I'm going to check it all in the inventory system, and then I'm going to go and put it over onto one of the new shelves. Okay, so I think I'll go from this trolley to this trolley, so I know where it's got to go back. So we are PQR1. We're going to go and put it on D8 now. And if it's not there, we'll just sit it here and try and find it. Okay, here we are. We've got 6 books or bundles, 6 listings here that are not, they're not on that SKU shelf. The rest of them are. There's 2 other books that say they're supposed to be on there. They're not. Oh, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and see if these are listed. They're just meant to be on a different shelf. The thing is, eBay does delete old stale listings. Like, they do delete some listings. We can accidentally delete them sometimes ourselves. We can sell something, buyer doesn't pay, and then it just never goes back into the store if you don't remember to go in there and manually adjust it sometimes. So there's a whole variety of reasons. I could have photographed these, put them on the desktop and never listed them. There's multiple reasons why a listing might not be on the shelf. And like, some of it's eBay's error, some of it is user error. I can't blame eBay for every single listing that's not on there. Some of it will be user error. Some of it will be my fault, but some of it definitely can be eBay's fault. Okay, let's try one more shelf. Well, K1 says there's 10 listings on it, and there's definitely way more than 10 listings here. Okay, this is on it, but this one says it was on G5, but I've just gone and had a look, and there's actually another one exactly the same on G5. Now, there's another one that looks like it's meant to be the same on K2. Oh, this was K1. Okay, so this was K1. So this one has K2 written on the SKU. So we'll just change that now to D8. Well, that's good. One more found that was actually listed. The thing is, if you're picking and you're looking at a K1, you might look at K2, like it's right there. But it's still, ultimately, it says it's on one shelf and it's on another one, even if it's on the same kind of one. These ones, again, not listed. I'm going to put them back up on the K1 shelf, just in case, but pretty sure we've just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty sure there's another 5 bundles. So 2 shelves we've checked, 5 here, 6 there. That's 11 bundles of books out of 2 shelves. Gone into the eBay atmosphere. This is going to be a nightmare. I've just had order number 6 and 7 go out to the same buyer. It is from a lovely lady named Bronwyn, who also sent me a message saying she watches my videos and she checked in on my store today, and so she's bought 2 books, and I'm praying they're going to be here, Bronwyn. One's here and one's here. So DD3 Spectacular Spreads. Ooh. Right on top, right on top. And DD2 beautiful bowls. Yes, beautiful bowls. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I've been working away editing another video. So I've been sitting at the computer for another few hours. And I've just gone in. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 9 more orders to pick. Well, actually not 9 orders, 9 items to pick. A couple of them are multi-orders. And it looks like a couple of them are from you guys, from the viewers. Hi Mel, love your YouTube. You've been putting in such hard work lately. Awesome job. Hope these are 3 less books, which helps with your stock take. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. And I don't even know how to say this one, but I can see it because it's in big, bold writing all down the side here. I can't even read, you can read it. Okay, YX. I'm hot in here. I wore tracksuit pants this morning because it was cold. And I've been slopping around hot all day, like feeling like the biggest dag in this video ever. Y2. Oh, crap, potty training. Oh, crap, potty training. Oh, I can tell you, after potty training 4 children, it's certainly oh, crap. P3. Great Australian Bushfire Stories. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm so excited. Great Australian Bushfire Stories. And now we've got another one on SS2. Okay. Oh, here it is. Oh, yes. Gee whiz, I was getting stressed there for a minute thinking, oh my goodness, it's a viewer's order and I can't find it. Renovating for a profit. That is something I would love to do. I've always wanted to renovate a house for profit. So yeah, that would be such cool. If you are doing this and you're buying this book from me and you are going to renovate for profit, film it. Film everything. Okay, so this book says it's meant to be on HH4. Well, HH4 is empty, but it's a book about penguins and I can see a penguin on this book here. So fingers crossed it's actually on HH3. Let's have a look. Woohoo! Okay, so it's very likely that HH3 and HH4, but I'm going to add HH to my list tomorrow to do a stock take on. So I'll get that one done straight away. D3. Yes, it's on the top. The Queen. The Queen by Australian Women. This is actually like a brand new book. Very, very good book. Okay, we've got W3, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Running. Oh, look at this. Yes, it's on W4 instead of W3. Okay, we've got an issue with W and an issue with, what was the other one? HH. That buyer had the penguin order and the running order, and that could have been 2 books in one order. That could have been a nightmare. This is my little shelf to do here. I've already got HH on it. Now I'm just going to put W3, 4. So I can go back to those tomorrow. Right, it's 10 to 5 in the afternoon. Sales are on $360.92 with 10 orders there. That makes the average order, I guess, an average of $36, which is great considering I've got 40% off. I think sometimes we get really worried, like we're going to put these big sales on and we're going to get masses amount of orders, or people are going to come in and buy all our recent newest stock or the best stock at that 40% off. And in my experience, it doesn't happen like that. You get very fearful inside your head of running these big coupons, like you're going to lose out. I have not lost out there. Like multi-orders are perfect. That means, you know, I do get to ship. I make more money when I do a multi-order. I get to put it into the same mailer, increases the average sale price up. That's what we want at the end of the day. We want our average sale price to continue to go up, to go up, to go up. So for today so far, $360 for my first day back. It's nearly 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I only started the store up at 9:30 this morning, so it hasn't even been going since midnight last night. So, you know, if I can maybe get another few orders in today, you know, I might be close up there even to hitting that $500 mark if I'm lucky. I don't know. I'll come back and I'll let you know in the next video what the first day of sales ended up being. But so far so good. I'm gonna go home. I'm sweating. I need to get out of these tracksuit pants. The smile is back, guys. The smile is back. Thank you.